We started Chesapeake Forum. All 9 board members from the museum stayed on as Chesapeake Forum board members. We just didn't want it to end. And we knew there was a demand in the community for adult learning.
The connection with John Ford was that after teaching a few courses, I remember when I was at the museum, we were thinking about, well, you know, the Chesapeake Maritime Museum has that whaling ship, and they have a tradition of a serial reading from Moby Dick. You know, maybe I should just teach a course on Moby Dick. And John said, well, I'm interested too. And I said, well, if you're interested, why don't we both teach Moby Dick together? So that was our first course. And then from that point on, we've taught a course. From the very beginning, the way in which we planned our courses was we came up with the topic we wanted to teach. Often students would come up to us after class and say, why don't you do this in the future? And we take that under advisement. But I think what the beauty of our approach to it was we would usually have lunch at C Street about an hour and a half before class. We'd both done our prep, and we'd get just a general sense of what do we want to accomplish, but not too much of one. He never knew exactly what I was going to say, and I didn't know what he was going to say, which allowed some interesting kind of deja vu moments, or suddenly I'd say, what? What did you say, John? Or he would do the same to me, which sort of loosened things up for the rest of the group. When you teach so many literary courses with an individual, you get to know them in ways you don't get to know other people. I view John over the years as being an extremely private person with a very public role. And he was very slow to ever condemn. He was a superb listener. He would allow people to get their whole idea out without saying that's bad or I don't agree with you. An astute listener. And as I got to know John over a period of time, I think I sort of pierced a little bit beyond that to sense that here was a man of deep feeling and who really liked people, but who kept his own counsel, except when it was necessary. And he would do that, obviously, in the town council. As far as I'm concerned, for the kind of teaching he did and the vast number of literary works, he should have had an honorary degree. And in fact, this year, we contacted David Blight's office and asked if he would be willing to be our distinguished lecturer for 2021. And he agreed rapidly. So he is going to be talking about Frederick Douglass, and the topic is going to be Frederick Douglass in his times and in ours. We became David Blight groupies, my wife Emily and John's wife Peggy. Wherever he was giving a lecture, we would go up to Washington College, or if he was here, we would go there and we would meet him afterwards and say how much we enjoyed it. So it was those kind of opportunities gave us a chance to meet him on several occasions, and he knew John Ford, and he had met me. Charming man, and when this invitation came and we told him that Chesapeake Forum is presenting this in memory of John Ford, he said, absolutely, count me in. So